car is this from?
Oh, Jack.
Hey folks, I just thought it'd be kind of neat to give you an example of what I have to go through to keep the driveway clear during the winter here in Alaska. Thursday we had a pretty good snowfall, or Wednesday we had a pretty good snowfall, and Thursday I borrowed the snowblower from Kodiak Jack and went ahead and cleared out the driveway, so I thought you might be interested in seeing that. The guy that pulled up while I was doing that was Brother Will. He was down seeing his mother-in-law and stopped by to give me some moral support because Will's not shoveling snow. Doing it a little different this week. I'm throwing the question of the week in kind of this segment of the video. So, as always, if you leave a question for me in the comments section of this video this week, then next week I'll try and pick one question and answer it in next week's video. And this week's video question comes from Metal for Breakfast. It's 7 degrees here in southern Michigan. Great video. Thank you, sir. I didn't know they had remote start generators. That is awesome. Mine's running outside right now. Questions. Is your kilt made of leather? Also, what is your choice of snow boots? Question mark. Sorel? Thanks. So the kilt, we'll do that first. Let me flip the camera around here because I have everything laid out here for you. All right, so my kilt is a Utila kilt, and it's made of a heavy, heavy, heavy denim. It's not made of, let me back it up here a little bit too. It's not made of leather. I don't know that I would actually want to wear a leather kilt. This one is pretty darn indestructible. I mean, it's very, very coarse, very heavy. Think of something along the line of Carhartt's, and you'll get a pretty good idea of what we're looking at here. Now, on to footwear. I do not own Sorels. My everyday shoes that I wear all the time are these. These are my Merrells, and I wear those at work, and I wear those when the weather is right and everything's nice around here. Most of the videos during the summer, you saw me wearing those out here because they're comfortable, very comfortable footwear. I like Merrell, and I like Keen. These, right here, Muck Chores, are for when it's really muddy and nasty out there. And let me pick them up here and show you. So they've got a rubber bottom, and I don't know what this material is on the top here, but they fit very comfortably. The problem with wearing these in the snow is if it's cold outside, you're going to freeze your feet in these. So for my everyday casual snow wear, I've got these. These are called Kamix. They've got a wool blend liner on the inside of them. And these are pretty much garbage for anything that is, say, 10 degrees below zero or colder. They just do not keep my feet warm. So last year I coped an attitude and I bought these bad boys. These are beasts. These are called Baffins. They're made in Canada. They are polar proven, and these are rated to 90 degrees below zero. Leather uppers on here, rubber lowers, great insulation on the inside of this boot. I will tell you right now, let me spin around here, that when I put those boots on for the first time, it was 25 or 26 below zero, and I went hiking down at the beach in Kenai, and every part of my body was feeling a chill, except for my feet. They were toasty warm. I swear by those Baffins. I haven't even had to use them yet this year. I just had to pull them out of the closet so that I can go ahead and show you what I use. So Metal for Breakfast, thank you very much for your question and for your comments. Much appreciated. If you guys have got one and you want to get something answered or a question, go ahead and let me know, and I will go ahead and post it in there. Even if you leave a comment, if I don't have a real a question that I haven't really answered in the video, and you just want to leave a neat comment, go ahead and do that, and I'll go ahead and I'll probably put that in next week's video as well. Let's get back to the video itself. Look at that sky. It is absolutely beautiful today. Gorgeous, gorgeous day in Alaska. Good afternoon, folks. Good morning, good evening, wherever you may be, whatever time zone you are in. It's a beautiful day. I mean, it is just completely gorgeous out. So I thought today I would maybe, well, I'll get that one a little crooked there. I like the logo on the side. There we go. Thought today we'd head into town. I got to drop a few things off, swing by the dumps, swing by a couple of thrift stores and see if I can't find a couple of things that I need here for the homestead, and maybe take a trip over to the beach in Kenai. Just gorgeous weather, and at beach in Kenai should have some big ice cubes today. I'll show you some images and some video here of a trip I took there about 2 weeks ago and got some just gorgeous sunrise pictures, just beautiful. But today I'm hoping, because I've seen some on the big river there, on the mouth, I've seen some bigger ice, so I'm hoping that we're gonna have some good ice on the beach. Let's head over there now and see what we can find. I'm Sean in Alaska. Thanks for joining me. Let's have a fun day. This is Kenai Beach, and this is the big spot to come to when folks are dip netting. So the mouth of the Kenai River is off to the left here, and the fish actually swim usually up past the mouth of the river, curve back around, and then hug the shore as they make their way back into the Kenai River. And you can drive right out onto the beach. You can do fires and camping off to the left-hand side. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful spot in the winter. In the summer, not so much. Everything's all frozen up here. It's gorgeous. Folks come out here, walk their dogs. I'm gonna grab the camera and we'll at least see a couple of the big chunks of ice, but we're not gonna have the big stuff that we normally get. I set up the camera for a time lapse, and went with 600 pictures. So we'll see what happens here. We'll see what we end up with. But the tide's coming in really, really quick. It is just beautiful out here. Temperature's much warmer than the earlier trip that I made out. The earlier trip I made out here was 8 below zero. This trip is right around 8 above zero, so about 16 degrees warmer. But with the wind blowing, it's probably below zero as well. I know that standing here behind the door, I've got the door open right here. It's blocking the breeze quite a bit. And you always get the breeze with the incoming tide. You always get the breeze onto the shore, and then the outgoing tide, you get the breeze coming off the shore. But I can feel from the sun, I can actually feel the heat, which is something that we don't get for most of the winter, but now it's up in the horizon quite a bit more than it normally is, or that it has been for the last few months. So you can actually feel the warmth in the sun, and it feels glorious. It feels so awesome. I'm gonna flip the camera around here and show you the ice moving into the river. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll try and zoom in on it from here. The bad part about trying to video something with a zoom in like this is that any movement that I have is going to really shake the camera, and I'm sorry for that. But it's so awesome. It's so... Tides are something that I've always been amazed by. You see the waves starting to break as the water's coming in. And then if you look, I'll zoom back over to here. Up the beach there, you can still see sand where the water hasn't quite made it there yet, but it's coming in pretty cool, and all that ice that's floating out there, or that was sitting out there, I don't know if it was floating or if it was just sitting on the bottom out there, will all start to move into the shore. So that'll be pretty cool. These big chunks of ice here. So as the inlet freezes and the tides come in, they pushes the ice up onto the coast here, up onto the beach. We're at the high water mark right now, as you can tell. I'll zoom the camera down here. But if you look out there in the distance, you can see that the tide is coming back in. And now the ice is moving back in again. So it's kind of cool. We'll hang out here for a while. I think this will be kind of neat. These big chunks of ice are beautiful.